2000 here, coming at you with a rant review of the sequel to Python. I don't have the sequel to Python DVD, don't care, but it's the sequel to this movie. But Python 2, I think this movie sucked. It was boring. It was just a lame sequel compared to the first movie. Of course, they use more snakes in this one, but the snake looks like the CGI in the first movie didn't bother me. But the CGI in this movie looks like shit. Like it looks like cheap ass straight to video shit. And the movie's just dull. Like it was not that great. It was not that funny. It was not like like it's like I don't know because like when I saw the first Python movie, it's a dumb funny snake movie to be entertained with. Where the second movie is just a dull ass movie. It's not that good. And then you get this stupid twist with a character that you brought back from the original movie, which I thought was so fucking stupid to do that. Like, really? They really have to turn this character evil? Like, fucking dumb. That's some dumb shit right there. But all in all, Python 2 starts off in Russia where they want to get this snake, and one leads to another. The snake gets electrocuted and they knock it and they put it into a cargo. And then the ship is like, the shipping the cargo to the States from Russia to America. One leads to another. Their plane gets attacked, and then the Russians steal the cargo and they open it. They don't even know what the hell it is. But one leads to another. They're attacked by the snake. The snake starts spitting acid at a few of them, and then it starts eating a few people. One leads to another. All the military Russians are gone and eaten, and the snake is thrown free. And of course, you get um, the only cast that I know in this movie is they bring back Billy Sacco, who's Greg from the first movie. He's the only one that's returned. And then you get this character who's played by Dana Ashbrook. You guys know him. He was in Return of the Living Dead 2, and he was also in Waxwork. He was in other He was in a lot of other movies too, but he wasn't bad either. It's just they like those are pretty good actors too. Like, but they were stuck in a shitty sequel. But one leads to another. Dana Ashbrook's character, he's like a truck driver where he transports stuff, but he's asked by Greg, like, oh, you got to transport this stuff and I'll pay you $10 million. One leads to another. They want to do the deal, and then what? Um, they encounter like the snake, but it's like a big fuck up mission because there's a second snake, which I have no idea where the hell this snake even came from. Like, where the hell did this other snake came from? Like, that didn't make any sense at all. Like, that didn't make any sense. Like, where the hell did the snake come from? Yeah, that shit was just kind of dumb. Like, was the snake pregnant, or did it birth another snake inside the cargo? Like, because I don't even remember. Like, I know there was one snake they took down in the first part they were finding in a cave. It was like one snake they took down, but where the hell did this other snake came from? Like, did it came from being birthed from the snake or something? Like, was the snake pregnant the whole time? I don't know. That was just fucking confusing. They didn't really explain where the hell the other snake came from. But this movie it's just dull. Like, it doesn't feel that fun at all compared to the first movie. All the characters are like nothing to write home about, and then they do this stupid ass twist where Greg's a bad guy and he's a prick and he is a mean evil villain. Like, he's a villain. Like, really? Why did they do that stupid shit with the character? Like, he was a likable character in the first movie, even though he had like a bit of a stupid fight with John at the in the first movie, where they fight in this kid's playground. Like, it was kind of a stupid fight, but he was still like friends with him at the end of it. Like, come on, like, really? They turn him a bad guy? Like, he's like supposed to be like a scumbag that's like going behind the back, stealing this evidence shit, blowing them up, not caring about them. Like, oh no. It kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And of course, you get scenes with the snakes, and the scenes with the snakes are so shitty. Like, these are the fake ass looking snakes. It looks like really bad in CGI. Like, of course, they use a lot of CGI in the first movie, but it's not that bad compared to like the second movie. If you ever see the second movie, it's really worse with the CGI effects on the snakes. Yeah, of course. And then the weird thing that they made these snakes have like this, not just only the same screechy Frank Welcher sound, but they also like add them like to have like dragon roars and lion roars. Like, what the fuck? Like, that was weird. It's like looking at Jaws the Revenge where the shark roars for some fucking reason. Like, roar. What the hell? That was weird. But a lot of people get killed. And a lot of these characters are so stupid they get killed. One leads to another. They get have a scuffle with Greg at the end because he's a scumbag. He's a bad guy. Because he kills one of the mercenary guys that he works with and beats up Daniel Ashbrook and his wife in the movie, trying to get away, but they beat him up, and then he gets squeezed by the snake, which I don't even know if he's. They say he's dead, but how the fuck is he dead? Like, he was just only squeezed, but like, when the snake eat him or something, like we didn't hear like a chomp, like like he was eating or some shit. But like that was so lame to turn him as a bad guy. Like that was so stupid. Like that kind of like made me like said, "Fuck this movie up his ass." This cheap ass fucking sequel, man. The movie is just boring, man. Like it did not feel that fun. It did not feel entertaining. None of the characters were that interesting at all. It was just like the dull ass characters that you didn't give a flying fuck about. Of course, they killed the snake when they killed this exploding dynamite phone and shit. And then the other snake gets killed by missiles. And one of these another, the Dana Ashbrook and his wife are the only ones that survive, and that's it. That's the end of the stupid movie. Greg gets killed from. I don't know how he got killed. Like they say he got squeezed, but where's his dead body? Like, or we didn't even see him get eaten by the snake at all. I don't know. This movie was just boring. It was dull. It wasn't even fun like this movie at all. And they had like this stupid quote, like saying like, "Oh, it's even better and scarier than the first movie." Well, yeah, it's it's dull and boring. It's dull and bullshit at the same than the first movie because that's how I feel about it. Like Python 2 is dull and bullshit than the first film. Because even though the first film is a bit stupid, there was a lot of fun to watch about the first movie. The second movie's dull as shit. It's also on Tubi with the first movie. It's not on YouTube, but Python 2 sucked. I know there's a DVD of it, but I don't care. The movie looked fucking bad. And even turning Greg a bad guy, that made no effing sense at all. Nah, I prefer the funness of the 2000 from the Python movie. Fuck Python 2. But yeah, Python 2, it's a dull ass movie. It's very boring. Nothing good to write home about. The worst, definitely the worst effects of snakes, giant snakes, monsters in the movie. But yeah. And really wasting Billy Sapka's character Greg in this movie, like being a bad guy. That was stupid. Lame ass, boring movie, man. But yeah, that's just Python 2000. I know it's a short rant, but yeah, nothing to rant home about. Nothing to rant more about it. It's just a dull sequel compared to the first movie. Have a good day, everybody. Hit the like, subscribe, and take care, folks.